Hey guys, Tycons here again, doing another quick video review for a kind of random toy that I own. So this figure is, a lot of people won't recognize him, but who he is one of the main Action Man villains called Dr. X. Now I know he doesn't look familiar because a lot of people are more familiar with the kind of Dr. X with the human head and the cybernetic eye and such. This figure is one of the, as far as I know, he's one of the European figures for Dr. X. I don't know if he was released in the States or in Canada or any place like that. He is, as far as I remember, I got this guy from Greece off eBay because he looked awesome. He does look pretty cool. He has some pretty decent articulation. One of the things that most of the people that would be familiar with Action Man would be familiar that most of the original Dr. X figures were okay, but they lacked articulation because they had either an arm firing missile gimmick or the chest would open or something would, it'd be some sort of gimmick on it that they'd have to sacrifice articulation points on the figure for him. So this guy is different. This guy is possibly one of the most articulated versions of Dr. X out there that you can buy from Hasbro, and he's also electronic, so let me just press the buttons. I just have a laser power up mode. Evil laugh, his eyes light up as well. And a couple of laser blasts. Just bring him up close so you can see the eyes lighting up. So for articulation, he has a waist swivel. His head can turn left and right. It is slightly hindered because of the electronics, and he has these hoses attached to his head, which I think are also the wiring for his, or the wiring is internal, I'm not too sure. Helmet doesn't come off, it's all part of this head sculpt. This armor, side armor, is a separate piece. You can remove it. They're tabbed on at the back here with two different tabs. You have to remove those to take them off, and he does have this kind of velvety type purple cloak. Most of the time, people are familiar with Dr. X wouldn't recognize that his color scheme is usually greens and purples. He doesn't seem to, well, black, green and purple, he doesn't seem to change much from those. So he did come with a weapon, but unfortunately I can't find it at the moment. So I think, as far as I recall, it was like a fairly large, just laser rifle kind of type thing. His arms can move up, but because of these shoulder pads, they are hindered slightly, and they don't move out. They just go forward and backwards. They don't have a kind of joint to go out to the side. Elbow, he does have an elbow joint which can rotate around on both hands. His left hand is all green, and this was due to the fact that nearly all the figures of him were meant to have a cybernetic arm. It was one of his other gimmicks, which is why he had, like, usually you'd have a missile launching left arm or some sort of giant claw device on his left arm as a robotic replacement. So the button for activating his electronics is the green button here, just so you can see. He does have a single knee joint. He does have hip articulation out to the side, forwards and back. Back is a bit hindered, and he does have rotating ankles. His feet can go up and down, but because of the boots being fairly solid there, they don't give too much give. But his hands also go in and out, and he has this kind of purple piece on this. I think it's supposed to be part of the glove. It's meant to be like whatever the glove is on this side, and it's all part of the same sculpt. And then underneath, you can't really see too well, but he has sort of a kind of robotic body kind of type thing going on for the chest. So he doesn't have just a standard Action Man style buck. It's actually an entire sculpted kind of robotic body piece. He does a real cloth, or real, yeah, soft goods actual pants. But other than that, he doesn't come with a belt or anything. And on the back there, as you can see, where you have the screw to undo and open up the battery compartment for changing the batteries. There he is. Overall, he's a really cool figure. He kind of reminds me of sort of a mix between Darth Vader, and sort of the helmet also kind of reminds me of Shredder a bit from Turtles. But he's a pretty decent figure. I'm not sure if you can still get them though on eBay that often, because most of the time you just see the kind of bog standard Dr. X's. This guy seemed to be a bit more rare, so I did pick him up at the time, and I can't remember how much I paid for him, but he's a really good figure. If you can find him, I do recommend getting him. If you have any sources of getting one other than eBay, as I'd say, I recommend picking him up. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed my quick review. Again, if you liked the video, click like. If you want to subscribe, and if you want to comment, feel free to comment under the comment section under the video. So there you go, guys, just my quick review of a random toy of Dr. X from Action Man, and hope you enjoyed the review.